What's up, guys? I have a Magicka Templar build for you guys, and let's just get right into it. So, our unbuffed stats, which are basically the same as our buff stats because we don't have much to put on. We have 35k Magicka, around 25k max health in PvP, 12k stam, and only 1800 spell damage. 1500 Magicka recovery, high spell resistance, 1700. Low physical resistance and pretty low critical resistance, but I'll show you how this build works. First off, it's meant for solely damage, so if that's not something you want, then you can move on. Go look for another video, but this point of this build is basically to drop people as fast as possibly can and then get out. So we used Thief Mundus to increase our crit percentage, and if you see, you probably already know, I didn't read it out, we have 78%. I'll explain why that's important later. We also have an increased Magicka recovery, health, and Magicka drink, and we're a vampire. We're a Breton, but you can be a Breton, a high elf, and a dark elf. Those are your best options. A Nord could be okay too for a little bit tankierness. Now our sets, we have Vulcan Scoria. The reason why our stats are so low is because none of them show on the stat sheet. So we have Vulcan Scoria, which is obviously nice because we do dots. We have the meteor that comes down to 10,000 damage, and then 5,000 damage over time. We also have structured entropy, and this is the thing: increase our spell damage by 20%, and which doesn't show on here, which will also affect our tooltips and everything. Let me continue. We also have War Maiden, which increases our magic damage abilities, which doesn't show on the stat sheet, but it increases them by 400 while increasing our crit spell damage at max Magicka. Our other set is Mother Sorrow, and that's how we have such a high spell critical rating. We have on the weapon and the accessories, but on the body we have War Maidens. We have tri-stack glyphs on all of them, and you should actually strive for impenetrable, which will make you a lot tankier. So if you can get impen on your gear, that'd be best. For your accessories, have arcane on all of them and spell damage on all of them. You could do one Magicka recovery. You play around with that, that'll make you even stronger damage wise. I just have one Magicka recovery to keep myself up and stable. Now we have a poison. This is to reduce, basically it's to destroy your enemy's resource pools and then bring you back some Magicka. But you can also run, as you can see here, weapon damage, spell damage, and then oblivion damage. Ideally, you would want Urn toned on both these. Not precise, just because I don't know how it's working in this patch. On our back bar, we have a restoration staff, which has preferably defending, which should actually bump you up to like 22k spell resistance and 13-14 physical, which make you actually semi-tanky. And then we have a damage shield enchant on it. Now for our abilities, we have biting jabs, or puncturing sweep technically. The reason why we have such a high crit is because this is considered a dot attack. So the tooltip right there is 2.8k. We have such a high crit, so the more chances we take at damaging somebody, the higher it will tick. Whereas if we just used one, like a ability like, let's say, a Wrecking Blow, we could be unlucky and not get a crit, and the crit's the part of the build that makes it special. We have Toppling Charge, which is our stun and gap closer, and Radiant Glory, which is our execute. We have Structured Entropy here for a little bit extra damage over time. Boom, another damage over time ability, stacked on with this one and this one, they're all damage over time. You also get spell damage by 20% and max health by 8%. And then we have Inner Light slotted, so we have extra spell crit by 2,200 and 5% extra Magicka. And our ultimate is Devouring Swarm. Because we're pretty weak, the health that gives us should be nice and an insane amount of damage every second. On our back bar, we have our restoration staff. Here we have Honor the Dead, which is our main healing ability. We have a cleanse, extended ritual, ritual. We have Elusive Mist, which is to get out of sticky situations considering we're very weak. And then 2 shields in Dampened Magicka and Healing Ward. And our ultimate on this bar is Life Giver, which again is to help us escape because we're very weak. Champion point wise, we have 73 in Warlord. That seems like a lot, but basically on this build we have no stamina, and if you get stunned you're done. So we need to be able to break free like there's no tomorrow, and we need to be able to do it with a small amount of stamina. There's my reasoning there. We have 100 in Arcanist to bump up the magic recovery, 4 into Mooncalf, that's what we had left over, and then we have 73 into Tumbling because again we're very weak, so roll dodge would be very helpful. We have 100 in Elfborn. This is to increase our crits by 25% the damage they do. And they also affect healing, so we can have insane heals and insane damage. And then 27 into Blast and 76 into Elemental Expert. Nothing in a Spell Erosion. And 47 into Thermaturge, which affects our dots or damage over times. We have 100 in Resistance to bump up our critical resistance to make us tanky as we possibly can be. And 10 into Spell Shield to bump up that spell resistance because we're going high spell resistance as a Breton. We have 76 in a Hardy, more than Elemental Defender because we obviously have really low physical resistance, and 64 in Elemental Defender, and nothing here. So that's it. If there's anything I left out, you guys have any questions, let me know. I'll show you guys my tooltips. So they look quite low, but you know, this build performs if you put it on. Just a lot of this stuff is hidden, so you have a crazy dot from Valkyrie, you have unlisted damage, and then incredibly high critical crit rate, so all your attacks are basically crits. Incredible. So try it out. If you guys like it, let me know. If you guys like the video, and again, if you guys have any questions, leave in the comments below. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a good day.